Hey guys, this is VW. It's Monday morning. I think it's Tuesday morning actually. It's Tuesday morning, and where I live. I just wanted to take a video. I don't know if I'll get it because the sun's real bright. But there are Jetstreams all over. It's in this shopping, this shopping center parking lot that I'm hanging out in, and I mean it's just Jetstreams. All over the skies when I woke up this morning. Look, you can see behind the shopping mart, the Walmart. Look at the Jetstreams back and forth, zigzagging back and forth. Look at those. They're dissipating and dusting down on basically our whole city. So it's got all these neighborhoods covered in the whole city. And this is just what jets leave behind or whatever. I don't know what it is. I mean, they call them Jetstreams, Chemtrails. Look way behind there. Like you can just see. I hope you can see it. I hope I'm pointing it where you can see. The sun's really bright, so it's hard to see them. But it's just like so many. And then you see them dissipating. You see the whatever kind of clouds. That one's especially good because it's a line they created. And look, it's coming down. It's dissipating over the area. So whatever, jet streams, clouds, whatever. I don't know why a jet would go up and put anything that could do this for a whole lot of money and that it wouldn't have anything in it. I can't imagine that. But we can all, it's all conspiracy or whatnot. Look at these right above me. I mean, they're dissipating. These aren't clouds. They're like something that a military jet left behind. These, look at the background where it's zigzagging. I can get a better picture. I'll drive out in my car and get a better picture. And I wanted to let you guys know, and I don't know, these videos are probably going to come out after everything, but I'm going to Green Bank, West Virginia, like soon. I don't want to just say when, like, well, I probably won't put this video out until I get back. I'm not sure about the Wi-Fi. I'm not even sure about digital cameras or digital, like digital video. Like, so I don't know if I'll be able to do videos with my camera while I'm up there. I hope I can. I'm gonna try. But while I'm in the area, I might have to go a little bit outside of the area to do my videos because they have a little bit of Wi-Fi outside the area. What the radio telescope place allows places far enough away to do a little bit of Wi-Fi as long as it doesn't interfere with the radio telescope. So I mean, my plan is to go once you get into the center of Green Bank, or you're in Green Bank, there is no Wi-Fi. You can't do any radio signals because it will interfere with the telescope, and so there are none. Like the closer you get to the center of the town. And I think, well, one of the things that I really want to do, look at that chemtrail. They're just like, and it comes, you can see it dissipate down on the neighborhoods, on our neighborhoods, our children, whatever it is. Nobody asks any questions. I mean, this guy microwaved the fuck out of me last night. Like both the guys on both sides of me. Because after that, I guess after that police thing happened with me, and I've made a video about that. I won't go through all that again, but after that happened, they get more confident. Like, if they do something really bad and they hurt you and you look bad or whatever, they get more confident, and then they'll do something even worse. And then they'll do something even worse, and they'll just keep crossing that line as long as they can. Like, if they do something really, really horrible to you, make you look bad, but they did it, they get confident, and they're like, ha ha ha, you know. I'm going to try and get a video of this. Oh God, wow, look. I'm going to try. It is just, that's the most I think I've ever seen. Crisscrossing the skies. I hope I'm getting that. The sun's out real bright, so it might be hard. But in front of me too, there's stuff, the ones that go up. I mean, it took multiple military jets to do this. Like Air Force. To make all these. What is it? If it's nothing, why do they make them only in certain places? Why are they flying around part of the time with nothing behind them, and then they shoot something out to make a stream, like a jet stream, or whatever. I mean, are they just dumping something? Maybe they are. You know, I don't know everything. I don't know everything about this stuff. I've researched a lot about it, and it doesn't seem very benign. Like, none of this stuff, microwave weapons don't seem benign. None of it seems benign. None of it seems like it's protecting us. It seems like it's all to kind of control us or kill us and use each other to rip each other down and kill us and get it prepared, so we're killing each other and controlling each other. It's really crazy stuff. I mean, the stuff this guy did, and I did the video about the police, like, I mean, he called the police and told them I had a weapon. Like, and so they came with loaded weapons. And like, after that, everybody in the neighborhood was pretty confident. You know, so they blasted me last night, my chest and my back. Like, I mean, I was having, like, little heart attacks and having trouble breathing. It's military weaponry. I mean, it's military weaponry. So it's like this guy's got me trapped in the house. I've said several times to him, you know, I'm leaving the house. I have to get out. My parents are going to force me to get out of my house. Even, like, I want to do it anyway, to try and find peace and try and keep people safe, because this stuff is like big military microwaves. There's kids in the neighborhood. There's a bunch of guys who want to get involved, and it's like they could do something dangerous. I mean, who knows? And I'm like the least dangerous part of all this. And I'm the target. Like, they've literally turned me into a terrorist. Like, I'm an American, like, young boy or young man. I mean, the guy was like surveilling me yesterday. I'm talking to my dad, he's had an aneurysm. He's very weak, but he acts like he's okay because he's a strong man, and he's trying to hold all of our finances together. And I wanted to take this trip to Green Bank, and my mom and my dad are going to help me. They're going to help me, but he's sitting there and he's like, I don't agree with this. He doesn't believe me at all. And this guy is like killing me in my home every night. Like, when I go to sleep, even with the defenses I have, I mean, the guy is like murdering me, like giving me heart attacks, blasting my chest to where it's like I have trouble breathing. I'll look over at my dog, I'll feel her chest, she's like breathing hard, her heart's beating fast. This stuff kills. It's electromagnetic energy, but it's like turned up to a level that's like military burning and microwaving people's organs. It's sick. And I offered it to this guy, and it's still offered. It's offered infinity times, and it's there. Peace. I want peace. I want to get away from it. I want to live a normal life. And if they do, like, really think that I'm dangerous or think that I did something, which I haven't, like, I'm like, I didn't, but I will correct my ways and live a normal life and just go get a job. Like, so I'm offering, like, you know, total, like, surrender to this guy. Like, I'm like, you win. You win. And it makes me feel a little bit cowardly, because I know some of you guys are like, these guys, you know, they're pussies and all this. Look at this sky. But I really care about my family. I really want to live a normal life. I would advise y'all, because I've been in this a long time. I've been targeted and chased around. It reduces when you move towards peace. The pain reduces, because they're not going to stop either way. Like, they're not going to stop. If you're being a good person, quiet, going to your job, they're not going to stop. Or if you're yelling at them, you know, and cussing and doing whatnot, they're not going to stop. That's going to give them traction. So, like, for your own safety, it's better to move towards peace, and it's better for our cause, like, in general. To have a bunch of shootings and stuff like that, or confront your neighbors and cause violence, that makes our cause look really bad. You know, then these people have a reason. Because what they do is they get reactions, they hurt Americans, and then with the reactions they get, then they're like, see, we have to kill these people. They're dangerous, and that was always there. So they create an enemy, and they're like, that was always there. And that's their kind of lie to keep the violence going. Do you see the sky? That is scary to me. Because that is, you know, military jets laid that down. And it's like right above my neighborhood. Like, it's a lot of it. And look at it dissipating. Look at those. Those aren't clouds. That's dissipating jet streams. Why would it dissipate? If it was just a jet stream, why would it, like, why would it fall down on us, you know, like that? But I don't know what. But I do want y'all to know that I am going to Green Bank, West Virginia. The coolest thing I think is going to be being right under that telescope. I'm going to visit the telescope. I'll probably spend a whole day just at that facility, because that'll be a place, the safest place maybe in the world, that any targeted individual could go, under that radio telescope, because it's the same kind of energy we're all being burned alive with, but it's being pointed out into space to see like things really far away. So I think that's going to be really cool. And I'll let y'all know, I don't know, as I get to the center of it, the 13,000 square mile zone of radio silence, I don't know if I'll even be able to use the camera on my phone. And this, I might have to put all this out, because I have to go to my mom's computer to upload stuff. So I don't know, I'm leaving for there very soon. My parents are helping me out, so that they were reluctant. Like my mom and my dad. My mom said, I was like, thank you, Mom. This is real. I really need to do this, even if it's just for a week that I'm going. But I told her I needed to do it. Like, it's gonna be so good, like medically and psychiatrically for me to get away from this guy. I mean, and he's getting, like, I have to move out of the house because my parents are gonna force me to anyway. But the violence has increased so much, and he's got a situation where he's in his house. He looks like the good guy. He could call the cops even if I wasn't doing anything and say I had a weapon or something. They'd come to my door with loaded weapons and they could kill me at any time. Like, and that is not I'm not blowing that out of proportion. That is how far this guy is going, and he keeps going further and further. So I want to be away from him. It's really violent, microwaves, military stuff. I'm a regular American citizen. My worst crime is smoking pot, which, like in the mainstream culture, like I was watching a movie today and every one of them smoked pot, and it's not dangerous, and it's like becoming legalized in every state, and that was my crime, and they are executing me. They're running me down, chasing me across state lines, and that was what they used at first. And then I haven't done that in like half a year, so they just move on to other things, and they just, use other lies. And it really is. It's other lies. It's whatever they need to say. I've told them I'm leaving even. I'm like, I'm leaving, I'm going, you win, you win, you win, you win. And he's still, and I don't understand. See, if he goes past that point, and I'm like, I'm not dangerous, I'm not going to hurt you or your family, because I never was. But that's the thing, like, I'm saying that stuff, and I'm going to leave, and I'm no threat, but from the beginning, I was no threat. So, you get caught up in that. It's like, from the beginning, I wasn't a threat at all, and now I'm not a threat, but I'm trying to work on, maybe he's confused about it. Maybe he thinks, like, literally I'm an actual terrorist or something in his mind. He's been fed the wrong information, so I'm trying to put it out on the table, the truth. And he microwaved me even harder last night. I think when you're peaceful and you're like, I just want this to end, I think they think they need to hit you harder so they can get a reaction and cause violence. I really do. I think they work on it. They work on you. They want you to look like a bad person. Then they can call the police. The police can be like, oh yeah, he's crazy or whatever. I don't see the point, though, like, I mean, of all the window dressing, because the guy he could call the police, lie to him. He's ex-military, he has a family, so he, like, I mean, even my parents, like, even my dad does not believe me, and actually, like, if it was my dad making, well, I don't know, I could have talked, I don't know. I want to believe in good, and that people are good, and that this will turn out good. This whole gang stalking, electronic murder, microwaves and all this stuff, people don't know enough about it. It's killing people all over the world. But this will be a great thing. God, just to look at that one. Look at that dust. That is not a cloud right there. That's a jet stream. But look how it's pulling down. Look how it's falling down on top of the neighborhoods and the cities in my city. And clear as day. Clear as right in front of our face. I don't know, I mean, it's just like, if I told and the shitty thing is, and that's why I know I have to get out, and I don't know y'all's situation. I don't know if you're capable of fighting, if you have police that will help you, and there's some dirtballs and criminals that have this stuff, and it's not like an ex-military guy with connections who looks like pristine while he's murdering you. Like, you know, do what you gotta do on a level where you'll still be working towards peace, and you're not doing something that will hurt your life, you know. You can only know your situation. But yeah, it's like, the thing is, I didn't even tell my parents about the police ordeal. Definitely not. Because I almost got shot. I mean, they had open, drawn weapons on me. But even if I told my parents that, like, this guy called them, okay, he was microwaving me. Like, I say that, he's microwaving me, so I kicked on the wall and I said, "Stop it, you Nazi F." You know, and I'm yelling that. You know, stop, you're murdering me. You're a murderer. And so then he calls the cops. Like, I didn't go outside, so he couldn't have seen a knife. And he said, and I don't have a knife. So he called them, said I had a knife. They show up with loaded weapons. Even if I tell people that, they'd still be on this guy's side. They'd still be like, well, the guy thinks you're crazy, so he called the cops and told him you have a knife because he wants to get you out of there. So it's like, this guy has carte blanche to murder American citizens because of what he's dressed up in, because of what he is, like, because he has a family, he's ex-military, and, I mean, it's so dishonorable. I don't know how he thinks this is, like, I don't know how he thinks this is anything honorable or a challenge or a fight, you know, but they do. On the V2K, they're like, we got him, you know. They do it all the time, the microwave hearing. It's behind a wall taunting you and shoving microwaves in your head and your body, like, to make you sick. It's like ritual murder to me. I don't see how these guys sit there and think that, like, that's a very scary thing, how somebody's mind can do that, because this isn't an enemy, this is just some guy in his house. And I think they flipped me into a terrorist. It's so big now, you know, there's the one-light cars everywhere. He's made it so big that I have to be a terrorist, you know. I have to be a big evil guy, you know, and that's what they do. I mean, that's what I guess people are being taught to do now. You know, if you want to take somebody down, it doesn't matter if they're good, bad, not doing anything. You just lie about them. You try and, you know, hit them hard physically and mentally, rip them down over a long period of time. I mean, I'm stronger than that, and I'm gonna leave because, like I can't take the microwaves anymore. It's stupid to stay there. It's not gonna help our cause any. It's not gonna stop this stuff. It's just he's gonna be able to, you know, because I can't, you know, the cops won't believe me. My parents won't believe me. He could call them at any time. He could call them right now, even though I'm not doing anything. He could call them and have them waiting for me at my house, saying I had a knife driving around. Like, he could say anything he wants, and because of the position he's in, and he's hiding in his house, and then what he did last night, and what he'll do every night and every second of the day, is microwaves me. Microwaves my chest, my head, and it's murder. It hurts. I'm coughing. You know, I don't know if I have cancer from it. It's been so long. It's been like 6 or 7 years of it with, you know, 2 different people, 2 different sets of people. And they're all military guys. They're all either ex-military or military, you know, cut from that cloth. It's scary. That's scary. But like I said, if your situation's different, if it's just citizens and they're just a bunch of crooks and they're going to look like they're doing something wrong, and you can get the police to really check it out, and you got some good cops, you know, just feel out your situation. So I'm not telling y'all, like, and I did, in a lot of my videos I give advice, and I'll keep doing that, but take it with a grain of salt, do your own research, feel out your own situation. Don't be like, well, this is what he's doing, so I need to do that, because my situation is this guy who, he could murder me. I mean, he could kick in my door and shoot me in the head and tell a story that I'm a terrorist. And the way he's ex-military, he has a wife and kids. Like, my parents don't even believe me. Like, he could murder me in my house, poison me in my house, hurt kids, do whatever. He could do whatever, and he's not going to get in trouble. So I'm at a point where I can't, I mean, there's no physically fighting him. It's not a physical fight. We've got to fight with our minds and getting to a peaceful place where they can't touch us, and then it dissipates. They have to get the weaponry somewhere else. You know, I'm not going to ever go over and physically do anything, because it'll make me look like a maniac. You know, just talking about this stuff makes you look like a maniac in some circles, in a lot of circles, in the majority of circles. I know y'all all know what I'm talking about, so I love these videos, because I know y'all know, and I've been going through this for so long. Like, I'll keep fighting, but we got to fight in the right ways, and you got to know your situation. They're all different, you know. They're all different. My guy, though, is like very connected. You know, it's sicker. It's more evil that way, but he doesn't see it that way. You know, he sees it as just taking care of business, and it's somebody who did nothing to him, who's done nothing to anybody, a peaceful guy. But I guess making somebody, you know, look crazy and killing them is taking care of business. This guy, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand it at all. I never will understand it. That's why I got to fight it. We've all got to fight it in our world. But I'll let y'all know. I'll try and do videos while I'm up there in West Virginia. But I have a feeling being under that telescope, because I'm going to go visit there. I think I'm just going to spend a day, like, right on it. And I think that's going to be the best place in the world, maybe. And I know there are other radio telescopes around the world, so people in other countries, you may want to research and find places. There may be places just like Green Bank, West Virginia, in your part of the world. Or, you know, think about maybe moving here if you have enough money. It's a small town, about 150 people. There's no like hotels or beds and breakfasts in Green Bank. Like, so it's so small that there's nothing there. Like, I was thinking, and me and my mom were talking, I was like, man, yeah, I got a lot of targeted individuals who could come through there. I'd make a bed and breakfast or something like that. We could make businesses. I don't know, that's thinking so far ahead, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. It's crazy stuff. It's like you know, I see city police caravanning me all the time. You know, it's complete confusion. They could be good guys, you know, and just really think I'm dangerous. You know, that's what happens when a bunch of people lie and they're using microwaves. I just wish that this microwave stuff, this EMF frequencies that are hurting people so bad, I wish it was known more about by American citizens and people in the world, authority figures that could do something, who could throw wrenches in the gears, get these out of the hands of people who think they're using it for some kind of extra legal thing, because it's not. There's no checks and balances. There's no justice. There's no, you know, court for me. It's just people killing me. So they're the bad guys. They're murderers, but, you know, they look like they're not. So, I mean, that's the situation I'm in. It's awful. Like, I never thought that because I've been through hard stuff in my life, and I wanted peace all my life. I've never done anything violent to anybody. But this is where I'm at, and this is what's happening. So, you know, I'm going to do what I think is right for my situation. I'm going to try and give y'all all as much information as possible. I'm just going to try and put information out as much as I can, the way that I can, and I think that's smart for all of us. And I think some of y'all are a lot smarter than me. You know, you can put things together. Maybe you have senators that you're connected to, or representatives, and we can put together, some requests to them, or some. There was a Muslim girl who's putting out a petition to sign because she's being targeted in microwave too. And I think I'm gonna do that online request from her to sign that. There's a lot of stuff we can do. Just banging on your walls and yelling at them doesn't work, because they can make you look crazy, because they're sitting there silently behind equipment, and nobody can hear that, and they're calm, and nobody can hear it outside of their house. And even people that get involved, they can kind of twist it and lie to them. So you're not going to get far if you act like, you know, if you, like I made a video and said not to do it. And then that day I couldn't, like, he was hitting me with such powerful microwaves, like burning my body, like putting pressure on my chest and my head. And I wanted him to get off of me, to stop doing it, because it's like constant V2K, constant microwaves. And I kicked the wall, and I was like, dude, you Nazi, stop it. You're a murderer, stop it. And so he used that, because he's at a point where he's tired of dealing with it. At first it was fun for him. Now he just wants to get it done, and he's going to move it up. And like, peace is still on the table. It'll always be there. If he wants to stop, I'm leaving. My parents are forcing me to leave the house anyway, so I don't even have a choice, really. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop fighting. It's just this thing is bizarre, and it gets you kind of caught in a web, a tar web with a big octopus monster. And there's certain ways you can fight, and there's certain ways that just don't work, you know. Certain ways that will just get you in trouble. And I've been dealing with this for a couple of years. It's not really a war where we can be like, oh, we need to defend ourselves and get guns and go kill these people. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. And it's not right. You know, it's not right. It'll make us look bad. It's not right in general. Like, there's a better way. There's always a better way. I guess let me be a comic book nerd to end this out. Be a Charles Xavier. Don't be a Magneto. Because Magneto will give them a reason to kill you and to kill others. Even if you think it's justified, this is a situation where you need to be a Charles Xavier. You need to be smart and peaceful and fight with information and help people get out of the situation. And I'm going to do that as much as I can. You know, gauge your own situation, though. Don't just listen to me. I'm not trying to convince anybody, like, this is what you definitely need to do, because this is a bizarre situation in every case. With my situation, I'm just telling you what I've come to, and like to even be useful, and to get a job and to help my family, I have to get out of that house. Like, he's using military power on both sides, and I'm trapped in the house, and if I do anything, like if I even yell, like, stop, you know, he can call the police and they'll be on his side. And that's how this stuff works. You know, he's worked it for a couple of years and got me yelling instead of joking around. You know, he's got me because we're all human beings. Like, our flesh is weak. You shoot microwaves at somebody for years, it's going to wear them down and torture them and make them feel like an animal. Like, that's what the whole point of this thing is. So we have to go the opposite way. We're not animals. We're smart. We can get away from it. You know, even if they're hitting you remotely, if you get out of the way, like, these people have their ground weapons on me, but if I get out of the house, it's a lot less, you know. And going up to Green Bank, I'll let y'all know if it works. All right. Like, I don't know, like, and I know I say this every time. I always sounds, like, even when I listen to myself talk, listening to myself now or talking to my dad, I realize how crazy I sound, because this stuff is unknown. But it's just because it's unknown. It's not because I'm crazy. It's not because I'm schizophrenic. It's not because I'm delusional. That's what other people may think, and that's part of it. That's part of this whole organized gang stalk and making somebody look crazy, microwaving them. And you've got to realize that's part of the fight. That's not something where you give up when people think that you're crazy. And they're like, well, you know, I think you're just delusional. Your neighbors aren't doing anything. This fight is bizarre. It's people hiding and using technology to shoot it into your house. It's military stuff. It's dangerous. It's killing people around the world who are good. You know, they're watching young women naked and hitting them with microwaves, women with children. It's important that we fight, but you've got to realize what type of fight this is. And I think as humans, that's where they get us. That's where these guys get us, because it's such a bizarre fight. They're hiding, and we want to stand up. We want to stand straight. Most of these people that are getting hit, like you guys, we're straightforward people. We tell the truth. Maybe some of us are a little bit weird because of it. These guys can tell. This guy could tell a lie. I don't know. He's told such horrible lies that almost ended in gunfire, and then microwave the fuck out of me afterwards. I don't know how a human being can do that. I know all of us. I mean, I see the comments. I talk to you guys. And we're not like that. We're straightforward. So you think, oh, I'm going to go confront my neighbor, this or that. But this is a very bizarre kind of cloak and dagger fight. So we have to be smart, and we have to duck and move. We have to do things, and don't think that you're a coward because you want to get away and live to fight another day or something like that. Because that was a big mistake of mine. That's my pride. You know, it's like, I'm going to build up stuff, and I'm going to fight in my house, and I'm going to stay here. But the thing is, it's like I can do that, and I could maybe stay in that house and fight a bloody battle, but I'd lose my life. And this guy, well, he doesn't care. This is what he wants to do in his life. So he wouldn't really lose, and I would lose, because I want peace. So we've got to win our lives, too. We've got to not just win this and get information out and help other people. We've got to win our lives and not get tangled up in these tar octopus people who are just like, they want to suck you in. They want you to be mad. They want you to think that you can fight them and sit there and waste your time with them. You know, and a lot of, I mean, I don't really have a choice, you know, making these videos and doing a lot of stuff where I do feel like if a lot of people around the world weren't dying, that I would be wasting my time, you know. But, you know, it's happening. We've all got to do what we've got to do. But we've got to be smart about it, you know, and I say these things, and I say them to myself because it's hard. It's really hard when somebody's hitting you with military-grade microwaves that burn your skin and burn your organs, and you're just sitting in your house. It's hard to know what to do as a human. You want to fight. That's your instinct. Your instinct is to want to protect yourself and your family, which I don't understand how these guys... I don't understand, like, that's their whole thing, protecting their families, their military, or whatever. But they're attacking people and making them look like villains, and there's no danger. So that's one thing I don't understand about it. And we'll just have to fight it. Good people are out there. We're gonna build up enough of us to stop it, so people will be aware, and it won't be able to go as far as it does, at least. And that's just the beginning, you know. That's just the beginning of it. There's a lot more after that. But alright, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I'll let y'all know about my trip. I'm trying to find peace in my life, and, you know, help some of y'all. Y'all help me with everything, with all the comments. Like, I love to see people passing around information about it. You know, let's do it. You know, let's do it, but let's do it in a smart way, and also live our lives. I think that's the hard thing for us is, you know, this is swallowing our lives up, and then we've got to try and get a job and live our normal lives too. But this guy, this is what he does, and he either has enough money to do it, or there's money involved. You know, and I've heard that where there's money being given to people who get involved in this. And that's what's hard for us, is we've got to do both. We've got to live our normal lives, make money, and, you know, fight this battle. And these guys are focused just on this, you know, it seems like. Or they have enough people where they can switch out, live their normal lives, and kind of all take turns, you know, raping you. But alright, guys, you know, God bless all y'all. I think this, what I find out up there, and I've gotten connected to a scientist who went up there to research EMF. I didn't tell the person who gave me the information what I was really combating. I told them that I was just sensitive to it, you know, but when I talk to her, I will tell her my situation. So there are scientists researching this stuff. You know, there's people out there who can get information out, write articles about it, do news stories about it. There's paths that we can go in. And I don't know, like, sometimes I think I'm flailing around on these videos and just, you know, but it's what I feel like, you know, it feels like that's what I can do at the time, and that's fine, you know, that's fine, until I figure out something smarter. You know, I'll keep moving and keep fighting, and you guys keep fighting too, and I will see you on the next video, which should be pretty soon. I'm going to put probably all these out at once. I don't know, I'll try and upload some of them before I leave, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it. So you might be getting all these in a clump. But I love you guys. Keep up the good fight.